3 of a militia takeover of a federal park building.
They're protesting the sentencing of 2 Oregon ranchers. Today, 74-year-old Dwight Hammond and his son, 46-year-old Stephen Hammond of Burns, turned themselves in to a federal prison near Los Angeles. Now, the Hammonds were convicted, then resentenced for setting fires on federal land. Back in their hometown of Burns, that protest is playing out. Our Jennifer Dowling has been covering the story all weekend.
The Harney County Sheriff hosted his first press conference in downtown Burns today. He said now that the Hammonds have turned themselves in, it's time for Bundy's group to go home. But based on what they said earlier in the day, that doesn't seem likely.
Dwight and Stephen Hammond are being forced to report to prison today for a crime they did not commit.
This was the scene in California as 73-year-old Dwight Hammond and his 46-year-old son Stephen walked through the metal gates to report to prison for a second time. Hundreds of miles away at the entrance to the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge headquarters, Ammon Bundy named the group that's taken over the property, claiming they are fighting for the ranchers' rights.
And that would be Citizens for Constitutional Freedom.
He also asked people to fight for an evidentiary hearing that might free the Hammonds and to battle the federal government for land they claim the feds don't have the right to control.
We have very specific plans that we are going to take place, and we have a defense mechanism that allows us to do this while we are here.
You say to people who say that this group is breaking the law?
I would say go to the Constitution, take the time to study it, and find out what is lawful and what is not.
I hope it don't last very long.
In Burns, people watched and waited to see what would happen.
They didn't hurt nobody. That place was not occupied.
This veteran in support of the takeover.
Good morning, Shepherd Graphics.
But others like business owner Shelley Doherty are weighing in as well.
Ranchers have always had a struggle, and people have a struggle with the federal government, but this isn't how you fix it.
She's wishing it would end.
We feel kind of like we've been invaded. They've come in and we don't want them here.
Meanwhile, the Harney County Sheriff gave his first press conference since the takeover with strong words for those who are occupying the refuge.
You said you were here to help the citizens of Harney County. That help ended when a peaceful protest became an armed occupation. The Hammonds have turned themselves in. It's time for you to leave our community, go home to your families, and end this peacefully.
The sheriff says that the Harney County commissioners have asked for assistance from the Sheriff's Association and the Oregon State Police in this case. And the FBI also issued a statement saying they are helping the sheriff as well, and they are taking the lead.